You know, we're always told that in business, it's all about growth, growth, and more growth. But what if that's not just wrong, but dangerous? Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful, kind of counterintuitive philosophy that makes a different argument. It's not about growing fast, it's about growing right.
I mean, we've all seen the headlines, right? A startup just explodes onto the scene, scales at this absolutely breakneck speed, only to completely collapse under its own weight a year later. They chase the revenue, they chase the spotlight, but they totally miss the cracks that are forming in their foundation. So, what is the real fatal flaw in this grow at all costs mindset?
And this right here, this is the diagnosis from the blueprint we're looking at today. The real problem isn't the growth itself, it's undisciplined growth. And especially in businesses that run on a cost per lead model, where you're paying for potential customers, this lack of discipline is a fatal mistake. It becomes the silent killer of even the most promising companies out there.
So let's really peel back the layers on this dangerous side of growth. The real threat isn't always obvious. It's hidden in the costs that are multiplying behind the scenes, just slowly eating away at your foundation until the whole structure is about to come down.
See, these hidden costs, they create this nasty, vicious cycle. You scale too fast, so you have to hire too fast, which of course leads to higher employee turnover and crazy training expenses. Then all that new volume demands more and more quality assurance just to keep things from falling apart. And all this new business, it brings more compliance risks and, maybe most critically, a messed up cash cycle that can leave you totally cash poor, even when you look profitable on paper. So how in the world do you avoid this trap? Well, the answer lies in what you could call a conservative blueprint. The idea is simple. You treat your business like you're building a skyscraper. You don't even think about adding the fancy penthouse until you are absolutely 100% certain that the foundation is rock solid and unshakable. And that foundation, it's built on three simple core ideas. First, it's transparent. Everybody operates by the exact same clear rules. Second, it's performance-based. You only get credit for delivering real, verified value. And third, it's conservative. The entire system is built on what's real today, not what you're hoping for tomorrow. It's all about predictability over potential. That is the key. Okay, so let's get practical. To really truly understand this model, we've got to follow the money. We need to trace the journey of a single dollar as it moves all the way through the system, from the moment it's created to the moment it's collected. So a lead gets produced. Okay, it passes the quality check and it's sent off to a buyer. But here's the absolute kicker, step number 4. Revenue isn't counted when the lead is made. Nope, it's only counted when the final buyer actually accepts it. This is that performance-based principle in action, and it's perfect. It ties revenue directly to verified value, and that removes all the guesswork.
All right, now let's flip the coin and look at the costs. A staggering 60% of all operating costs are tied to human resources. And look, this isn't just about salaries. We're talking hiring, training, and the huge hidden cost of employee churn. This makes your workforce the single most important lever you have for controlling profitability. If you get this piece wrong, honestly, nothing else you do is going to matter. And this really brings us to a fundamental choice. What do you want? Stability or chaos? Because that path of undisciplined growth, it leads directly to chaos, a total whirlwind of high turnover and profits that just evaporate into thin air. The disciplined path, though, it focuses on building a stable, well-trained team, which is the only real way to protect your margins. Okay, so how do you actually enforce all this discipline? Well, the system doesn't just hope for the best. It relies on hard-coded rules. You can think of them like guardrails on a highway that keep the entire business from veering off the road and into a ditch. And this slide, man, it just lays it all out, doesn't it? Two totally different philosophies. On the left, you've got the common path. It's a gamble that chases volume and bets the farm on optimistic projections. On the right, you have the disciplined path. It's methodical, it's focused on proven performance, and it's built for the long haul. It's really the difference between a sprint and a marathon. And these are the absolute non-negotiables that make the whole thing tick. Each one of these rules is a lesson that was forged in the fire of other businesses' failures. You do not hire for demand that isn't actually there. You do not outgrow your ability to maintain quality. You do not put all your eggs in one basket with a single client. And you do not count your money before it's real. These aren't just guidelines, they are the laws of this system. And all of this, it leads to what is honestly the most powerful, paradigm-shifting idea in this entire blueprint. It completely redefines the entire goal of the business. Because in this system, you stop chasing profit.
See, in this world, unit economics isn't just some boring accounting term. It's a tool for governance. It's the engine that enforces all the right behaviors, things like compliance, quality, and trust. It's what allows you to build a genuinely healthy and sustainable business ecosystem. And this is the ultimate takeaway. This is the mic drop moment. Profit isn't the goal you chase. Profit is the result you earn. It's the natural outcome of disciplined execution, a relentless focus on quality, and a stable, solid foundation. You just focus on building the right way, and the profit will follow.
And so, this whole philosophy leaves us with a really big question to chew on. In a world that's just obsessed with speed and scale, what if we've been measuring success all wrong? What if the ultimate goal isn't about how fast you can grow, but about how well you can build?